One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mike Deek Field, the side of today's winner-take-all for the third place in 5A4 matchup between the McAlester Buffaloes and the Coweta Tigers. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel, alongside Austin Wheat, who is covering the things on the video stream himself. So, we have played a lot of district games, a lot of games to get to this moment, and around the state, people are settling where we are going to go to playoffs. And really, it comes down to this game for McAlester and if they finish third or if they finish fourth. McAlester took a third-place finish 2 years ago and took it to their first state tournament appearance in 10 years. Can they do it again? We'll find out here in the next 2.5 hours as the Buffaloes are ready to do battle with the Coweta Tigers, coming off of a 4-2 loss yesterday for the McAlester Buffaloes. We'll talk about that as we go throughout our broadcast, but as we have the meeting of the minds between head coach Mason Stuckey of the Coweta Tigers and Justin Mullins of the McAlester Buffaloes, let's look at the starting lineups, beginning with the Coweta Tigers, who are wearing their black-on-black uniforms with their white numerals on the front and back. Tigers are 24-8 on the year. Leading it off will be the second baseman, number 2, Connor Taylor. Taylor at second. Batting second, the center fielder, number 1, Jackson Plyler. Plyler in center field. Batting third, the third baseman, number 5, Connor Barnett. Barnett at the hot corner. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 25, Hunter DeHughes. DeHughes behind the plate. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 8, Roscoe Gay. Gay at first base. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 24, Caden Dollar. Dollar, the DH for the pitcher, number 22, Alex Crawford. Crawford on the mound. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 3, Sutter Winsworth. Winsworth in left field. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 4, Landon Fisher. Fisher in right. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 19, Trace Hall. Hall at short. McAlester Buffaloes, they're wearing their black jerseys with the gold interlocking MB on the front, gold numerals on the front and back, and white pinstripe pants with the all-black caps with the logo on the front in gold. 18-12 on the year, 1 through 9 looks like this. Leading it off, the first baseman, number 21, Aiden Shumway. Shumway at first. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Caden Lesnow. Lesnow at short. Batting third, the pitcher, number 6, Gannon Mullins. Mullins on the mound. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 8, Braden Phillips. Phillips behind the plate. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. Stinchcomb at second. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, Ethan Watkins. Watkins in center. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 3, Jackson Lauerman. Lauerman in left field. Batting eighth, playing third, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Hodgel at the hot corner. And rounding out the starting nine for the Buffaloes, playing right field, wearing number 5 on his back, Jordan Clark. Clark in right. We have overcast skies today. The high temperature is around 77, but we do have a little bit of wind. The wind's blowing at about 10 miles an hour. Gusts are going around 20 miles per hour. And again, the high today for our game time is 77. It shouldn't drop down below 73 degrees today. So again, looking around the district real quick, the only thing that matters for McAlester is this game right here. Tahlequah and Sapulpa, even though it's pretty interesting, does not matter to the McAlester Buffaloes and their postseason hopes. Tahlequah did defeat Sapulpa yesterday 10-7. So Sapulpa has to win by at least 3 runs, I believe, or more to be able to take the district crown or even have a chance at it. If they do win it by more than 3, I know for sure that they will take the district crown over the Tahlequah Tigers. Coweta and McAlester is battling for number 3 today. The winner takes number 3. Loser finishes at number 4. 5 through 8 in 5A4 is settled. Durant will finish 5th, Edison 6th, Del City 7th, Memorial 8th. That is what it looks like in 5A4. We're going to be looking at 5A3 because that's also important to see where our teams could go depending on what happens between Pryor and Collinsville and what happens today in McAlester. So we'll talk about that as we make our way throughout the broadcast. But again, McAlester trying to come back from a 4-2 loss yesterday in which they scored their 2 runs in the 7th inning, trying to mount a comeback. They had the tying run on base, just couldn't bring him around to score. We'll see if the Buffaloes can capitalize on that today here on their home field and try to have a really bounce-back game and would be their biggest win of the season. Let's take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back with our national anthem and our first pitch here on KNED. Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, Home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Or engage in other silent activity. We ask that you be respectful to others around you during this.
Welcome back to cloudy McAlester, Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and let's send it down to the field as we have the playing of our national anthem before our first pitch today. I believe we're having our moment of silence right now.
Thank you. And
there it
now,
is.
To honor America and the brave women and men serving our country throughout the world, please join in the playing of our national anthem.
All right, it's about time to play some baseball here in Pittsburg County, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes and the Coweta Tigers in what you could consider the biggest game of the year to date for the McAlester Buffaloes. Whoever wins this game will finish third in 5A3, and this is what's on the line here. Again, we are also looking at Pryor and Collinsville. Pryor and Collinsville play each other today. That is a winner-take-all game for the 5A3 district crown. Whoever wins this game takes on the loser of Pryor and Collinsville today. Whoever loses this game takes on the winner of Pryor and Collinsville. I already have the possible scenarios played out for if McAlester wins or loses this game. If McAlester finishes third, again, they'll go to the loser of Pryor and Collinsville, and they will also be in a regional with Will Rogers and Dell City. If McAlester loses this game, they take on the winner of Pryor and Collinsville. They will also take on Grove if they beat Claremore. If they beat Claremore today, Grove will be in that 4th spot in 5A3. If they lose, I don't see Booker T. Washington losing to Nathan Hell. Booker T. will jump Grove and be in that regional with Memorial as well. So again, third place finish, which is what it's up for grabs today. Pryor or Collinsville, whoever loses, Will Rogers and Dell City. Fourth place, Pryor and Collinsville, whoever wins, Grove/Booker T. Washington and Memorial. That is what the regional matchups look like here for the McAlester Buffaloes, depending on what happens today in 5A3 and today here at Mike Deke Field. So let's look around the diamond for the Buffaloes. We have Shumway at first, Stinchcomb at second, Lussnow at short, Hodgel at third. In the outfield, Lauerman in left, Watkins in center, Clark in right. In the battery for the Buffs today, Braden Phillips behind the plate, and Gannon Mullins on the mound. Mullins is 4-2 on the year, has pitched in 33 innings. He has a 4.03 ERA, 47 strikeouts to 38 walks, and a 148 batting average against him. Now, he has had the one win for the Buffaloes against the top half of the district, which was against the Tahlequah Tigers, and he delivered a gem in which the Buffaloes won 4-1 at Connor State College. That was over just a couple of weeks ago to the day. He needs a similar game today, or just needs to be on point like he was a couple of weeks ago. And if he can pitch like he did then, McAlester has to feel good about their chances with finishing third in 5A4. We're about to have our first pitch brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding program needs. It's going to be Mullins against Connor Taylor. Righty-on-righty matchup to begin this game. Taylor went 1 for 2 yesterday, had a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the first inning. He also drew a walk and lined out to right. Coach Stuckey for Coweta shaking the hands of Gunnar Hodgel, coaching third over there. Getting the earpiece working for Braden Phillips as he goes behind home plate. Looks like Taylor is ready. Mullins is ready. Here's the windup, and the first pitch of this pivotal Tuesday game is a swing and a miss for strike one. It's baseball time here in the Heartland. We'll be first pitch time today, 5:31, by the way. 5:31 first pitch time today, same time as yesterday over in Coweta. 0-1 for Mullins. Fastball misses just a little high. That'll be ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we are going to be keeping an eye on that prior Collinsville game so you guys don't have to. You can focus solely on this game as here's the 1-1 pitch. That fills the zone for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Connor Taylor. Nobody out, nobody on, just beginning the top of the first batter of the game. 1-2 for Mullins and the pitch. Curveball just missed the outside corner, doesn't get the spot, and the count goes to 2-2 because I know that if there's any Coweta fans watching this one as well, you're also very interested in the Collinsville prior game today. The 2-2 from Mullins to Taylor. Swing and a miss for strike 3, got him with a high cheddar, and that'll be out number 1. Good start to the game for Mr. Gannon Mullins, a 5-pitch strikeout. Sit him down, throw it around, brings up Jackson Plyler, the center fielder, number 1. And Buffaloes lost yesterday 4-2. McAlester out-hit the Tigers 8 hits to 5, but the Tigers, 3 out of their 5 hits were with runners in scoring position. First pitch to Plyler. Pops it up, sky high in the infield. Shumway calls off everybody and makes the catch as that was a big league pop-up in the infield. And that'll be out number 2. Straight up to shoot, and again, the wind kind of blowing out towards left center field a little bit, sometimes gusted around 15 to 20. Carried that further towards the second base bag, but not too far for Shumway to have a difficult time with it. Barnett had the biggest hit of the day yesterday, as here's the first pitch to him, and it sails a little bit high, ball 1. Just sailed way too high, not getting on top of a curveball there as Mullins pats his chest, says, my bad, to Braden Phillips behind the plate, and the count is 1-0 to Barnett. Barnett against McAlester in the last 2 seasons, he has gone 3 for 7 with 3 doubles, and I believe 4 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. And that curveball, again, just not getting on top of the 2 consecutive pitches. This one's a little bit closer to the zone, but still having to turn away from it, was the right-handed batter, Connor Barnett. He struck out in his first 2 at-bats, but again, he had the 2 RBI double that really separated the Tigers from the Buffaloes. 2-0, getting up and inside again. 3 straight pitches that were up and inside. Mullins is trying to get back into the zone. The count is 3-0. Playing deep at third base is Gunnar Hodgel. Hunter DeHughes is on deck. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. 3-0. And into the zone he goes. 3 balls, 1 strike with the fastball. Actually, Hunter DeHughes was 0 for 3. That bunt was not a sack bunt that he had in his first at-bat yesterday. It was a fielder's choice. But still the count is 3-1 here on Connor Barnett. And the pitch. Up and inside again, and that'll be ball 4. So Barnett works the walk. And that is where the Tigers were really good yesterday, and that's where a lot of opposing pitchers have been really good against the Buffaloes in the last 3 district series, is not allowing really any free passes. As we're looking at the last 3 games coming into this one between the Sepulpa Chieftains and the now the Coweta Tigers, as the first pitch to DeHughes, fastball misses upstairs for ball 1. McAlester Buffaloes had some problems with free passes, but Sepulpa only walked 2 batters. They hit 1. So in now 3 games of district play, 3 free passes. And that is 19 innings of play. 1-0. This one's fouled off on the fastball. Over towards the McAlester on deck circle, and the count is now 1-1. Runner at first for the Tigers. 2 down, top of the first inning. Where the Tigers excelled yesterday is here's the 1-1. Curveball missing outside, ball 2. They excelled, and this is where it happened in the 5th inning. They used 2 walks that led to a 2-out single to take the lead by Plyler, and then right after that, Barnett had the 2-out, 2 RBI double to make it a 3-0 game. Started with the 2 walks, even though Lusknow kept the walks to a minimum. As here's a fly ball, well foul, deep but well foul, over the Hughes Fieldhouse, and the count's now 2-2. Yeah, Lusknow only had 3 walks, but the Coweta Tigers made the absolute most of their base runners with the exception of the 1st inning, where they had runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out and couldn't bring the run across. Mullins trying to lead the runner at first. 2-2 for Mullins. This is down the turf inside the left-handed batter's box, and the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on a start between Collinsville and Pryor. Haven't seen it yet. Maybe I just need to update it here. Here's the payoff from Mr. Mullins, and it's spiked in the turf, and that'll be back-to-back walks, and that brings up Roscoe Gay. It says they should be live any second, but I haven't had an update from Collinsville yet. I'll check Pryor's game changer here in a second. Now Roscoe Gay comes up with a runner in scoring position. Again, this is where Coweta was, again, with the exception of the 1st inning, really good yesterday. 3 for 6 with runners in scoring, especially 3 for 3 in the final 2 innings that they were at the plate. First pitch to Gay. Lower outside corner gets the called strike 1. Gay went 1 for 3. He reached on an E6, struck out looking, and then singled in his final at bat. 0-1. And can't get the upper inside quadrant. The count now moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So runners at 1st and 2nd, 2 down. Top of the 1st. Mullins comes set. Takes his time, and so does the batter. Calling time. We do already have a score here. The Pryor Tigers have taken an early 1-0 lead in the top of the 1st inning without an out yet. They have a runner at 2nd base. Hurst is up for him. Again, already a 1-0 lead. And it was a triple followed by a double. That is how Pryor's game got started. The 1-1, chopper 3rd base side, high bounce. Hodge waits for it to come down, bare hands it, throws over to 1st, and they can't scoop it out at 1st. It's going to score a run. And the Coweta Tigers take an early lead on another early game blunder. This one was going to be a tough play regardless. Hodge knew the only chance that he had was to be able to barehand it and fire across the diamond. Couldn't be scooped up over at 1st base either on a low throw. McAlester had 2 errors in the first 2 innings, and still Tigers get a run without a hit here so far. Reaches on the E5 and puts runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. Mullins will work out the windup. First pitch to Caden Dollar. It misses inside. Never hit him, didn't hit the bat. Runner didn't take off from 3rd. Again, it kind of bounced off the padding pretty quickly, too. Ball 1. Again, I think Pryor and Collinsville, when you look at the two of them, when you wonder which one you'd rather go to, I mean, I'm sure a lot of McAlester and Coweta fans are thinking that. So here's the 1-0. Right at the knees, perfect pitch there from Mullins. The count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. I think what you're looking at there is not as much who you'd rather face there in that instance. Finishing 3rd and 4th comes with a different kind of drawback. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Can't get the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. So I think what you'd rather like with finishing 3rd is that you get to save your pitching a little bit, I would say. So you finish 4th. McAlester kind of saw how it was like finishing 5th last year, which is kind of in the same boat as finishing 4th. So here's the 2-1. Low inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Caden Dollar. You have to throw, I mean, almost certainly, it depends on your vibe, but you have to throw one of your best pitchers maybe immediately against like a Booker T or a Grove, whoever wins that one, to try to beat them. And you can't use them later on in the tournament, more than likely, for the host team. So here's the 3-1 pitch. Pops it up and out of play, and now the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Getting runners at 2nd and 3rd. Tigers have struck early. on a pair of walks with 2 down and then an E5 that led to the run scored. Mullins trying to keep it at that. The windup and the payoff from the senior. Caught the outside corner, delayed strike 3 call, but gets it, and that will end the damage. Only 1 run scored by the Tigers, but it is an unearned run. The McAlester Buffaloes need to get their bats rolling here early. Again, down 1-0, so we head to the bottom of the first here on K.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You can keep in tabs on the Pryor-Collinsville game. Pryor is up 2-0, top of the first inning with 2 down. Again, the winner of this game takes on goes to the regional of the loser of this game between Pryor and Collinsville. The loser of McAlester-Coweta takes on the winner of the game that is happening over in Collinsville today. Score is 1-0. Tigers lead the McAlester Buffaloes as the Buffaloes bring up Aiden Shumway, Caden Lusnow, and Gandon Mullins. Shumway on the season, team leading .438 batting average, .536 on base percentage. Yesterday went 1 for 4 with an RBI infield single in his last at bat as he fouls this one off for strike 1. Now, going back to my previous point when I was kind of closing up the top of the first inning, the reason why I'm talking about, you'll often find that a team that wins a regional tournament is here the 0-1, misses high to Shumway for ball 1. A team that often wins the regional, sometimes it's who has the best depth at pitching. So here's the 1-1. Outside corner, called strike 2 to Shumway. He's down to count 1 ball, 2 strikes. For example, Seth Sam, when McAlester went and won the regional at Grove a couple of years ago, is the 1-2, is lined over the press box. Count remains at 1-2. Buffalo's had Seth Sam, and I feel like, McAlester had enough depth to have him pitch in that final game, and he delivered a great game for McAlester to eventually run rule Grove on their way to their first state tournament appearance in 10 years. As the 1-2 is a line drive up the middle, and it's going to get past the outstretched glove of the shortstop Hall, and it's a leadoff single for Aiden Shumway. That's your tying run. Brings up Caden Lusnow. Let's look around the diamond for the Coweta Tigers. You have Gay at first, Taylor at second, Hall at short, Barnett at third. In the outfield, Winsworth in left, Plyler in center, Fisher in right. In the battery for the Tigers, DeHughes behind the plate, and Alex Crawford on the mound. But that all goes to show that if you finish third place, I think you have a little bit more leniency with your pitching than if you finished in fourth. So this first pitch is going to be fouled off for strike 1. Because if you finish third, you're going to be, whether you take on Pryor or Collinsville, you're paired up with Will Rogers and Del City. That's already locked in. And both those teams, Will Rogers and Del City, have 2 wins in district play. As the next pitch, low outside corner, gets the call, strike 2. Will Rogers, their 2 wins in district play against the worst team in their district. Same way for Del City. Waiting on the 0-2 from Crawford. Here it is. And fouling it off is Lusnow. But if you finish fourth, then you have Grove or Booker T into the mix. Whoever, if Grove beats Claremore today, then Grove will finish fourth place. If they lose, more than likely Booker T will jump them. But this is the difference. Instead of having to face a Will Rogers or a Del City, you'd have to face a Booker T who lost to Sepulveda by only 3-2. So here's the 0-2 pitch, and it hits him. On the 0-2, the curveball runs inside and hits the tail of Caden Lusnow. And they'll put runners at first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the first inning for Gandon Mullins, who went 2 for 3 yesterday. But yeah, Booker T, they've only lost 3-2 to Sepulveda, only lost 6-3 to Pryor. And their losses to Collinsville were 5-4 in extra innings and 4-3. And as for Grove, they only lost to Collinsville 1-0. So they played a really close game against the Cardinals and also beat Booker T 7-4. In the series between Booker T and Grove, it was Booker T losing 7-4 in the first game, but then they came back and beat the Grove Ridge Runners 16-1. So that's what you're kind of looking at if you do finish fourth, one of those two teams in your regional. Buffalo's not caring about that right now, just trying to win this game and finish third. Same way for the Coweta Tigers. First pitch, runs inside, nearly hits Mullins. That'll be ball one. Mullins singled in his first two at-bats, flew out to the left in his last one. Comes into this game the team leader in RBIs with 24. 1-0. Fastball misses outside, ball two. Caden Listenow at first trying to get the guys in his bullpen on their feet, trying to get them loud and trying to rattle the pitcher. Kind of raises his hands up, says, hey, get it loud. 2-0. Line drive, left side, past the diving glove of the third baseman, shortstop. They're going to hold up Shumway at third. Almost a great diving catch by Hall, the shortstop, but it's just past his diving glove, and that is two singles and a hit by pitch by the Buffaloes, loading the bases here early with nobody out. This bases loaded alert brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town. Choose your flavor of kettle corn or try their freshly made pork rinds at Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town. So the Buffaloes have the bases juiced. Down by 1-0 for Braden Phillips, who is batting .314 with runners in scoring. 58% of his hits coming in such situations. 18 RBIs, looking for more. First pitch. Pops it off the top of the bat, going towards foul territory. It will land there. And the count goes to 0-1. Corner infielders are in on the infield turf, past what would be the dirt, to fire home to try to go with a, whether it be a 5 or 3, 2-3 double play. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, left center field. It's going back. Plyler underneath it makes the catch. Here comes the tying run as Shumway will tag, and we have a tie game. The Buffaloes get that run right back, and it's 1-1 on the sac fly from Braden Phillips. And it brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. So 1-1 our score. Mullins is going to get a courtesy runner here, I believe. And waiting to see who's coming in for him. And it looks like it'll be Jaden Chaney. So Chaney will courtesy run for Gandon Mullins. Chaney's got a runner in front of him, so unless the runner in front of him steals, he doesn't have a chance to steal here. He does have 4 stolen bases on the season, the senior. Score 1-1 with one down. Bottom of the first inning for Spencer Stinchcomb, who worked a 9-pitch at-bat that started off the 7th inning rally for McAlester yesterday in Coweta. First pitch, line drive, right center field. This one will land, and it will be a single, not an RBI single, just a single. But the Buffaloes continue to hit. 3 hits in the first inning. Stinchcomb going opposite field and loads the bases again for Ethan Watkins. The thing that the Buffaloes like right now, they're also hitting line drives. Not really getting underneath the ball. We do have a conversation here between head coach of the Tigers, Coach Stuckey, and the home plate umpire. Don't know what it was really about, but they'll break, go back to their respective places. Watkins trying to have a big hit for the Buffaloes to try to give them their first lead in a district game since April 9th when they beat the Coweta Tigers 4-1. First pitch. Outside corner, strike one, about belt high. Watkins went 0 for 3 yesterday, 2 strikeouts, and then reached on an E6. Oh, 0-1 the count. 0-1 the pitch. Pops it up. Will the wind bring this one back in? It's down the first base line. It looks like it'll tail foul and go into the sea of concrete, a.k.a. the parking lot. The count's now 0-2 on Watkins. I know one thing for the Tigers, they are begging for a strikeout here or a double play ball. By the way, Collinsville's come right back in the bottom of the first and tied the game. It's 2-2. Here's the 0-2 from Crawford. Curveball, and it froze Ethan Watkins. Strike 3 looking. Got him on 3 pitches. And that brings up Jackson Lauerman. Buffaloes trying not to leave the bases loaded after having 3 base hits here in the bottom of the first inning. Lauerman with 9 RBIs on the year with a .351 on-base percentage. Has Les now at third, Cheney at second, Stinchcomb at first. Crawford trying to work out of the jam here. 2 down. First pitch to Lauerman. Curveball, low inside corner, called strike 1. Lauerman, most of his hits on the season have been with runners in scoring. That's 55% of them. Here's the 0-1 to the senior. Fastball, called strike 2 on a pitch that looked like it could have been a little bit outside. Again, we don't have a great view from inside and out. I do know that having to stretch a little bit to his right was to Hughes to make that catch, but it is a called strike 2. Lauerman's got to protect here now. Crawford, can he get back-to-back Ks to work out of the inning for the Tigers? Lauerman quickly calls time. Oh, and 2 the count for Lauerman. Crawford pauses, looks at third where Les now stands, and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The Buffaloes leave him loaded. But they do tie the game on an RBI sac fly. McAlester had the bases loaded with nobody out, do score 1 run. But that's all they can get. But we do have a tie game again. 1-1 is our score as we head to the top of the second inning here on KNED. Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away,
And Fenton Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook. We have Tammy checking in saying, "Go Buffaloes." Let us know where you're listening from or watching from today here in this winner-take-all for third place in 5A4 district matchup. Let us know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Or you can let us know on Facebook, on Facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Just comment underneath our latest post. It is 1-1 as we head to the top of the second inning, and just so be it that it's 2-2 in the prior Collinsville game that we're also watching other than this one. First pitch to Sutter Winsworth misses high for ball one. Tigers scored a run in the top of the first without having a hit. With two down, it went 2 walks and then an error. Buffaloes were able to get out of the second and third jam with a backwards K. It's the 1-0. Outside corner fastball called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sutter Winsworth yesterday, he had 2 at-bats. He went over 2. Flew out to right, and then he tried laying down a bunt and then popped it up to the catcher, Phillips, who made a mighty fine play. 1-1. Fills plenty of the zone, and that'll be strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Winsworth. Here on an overcast day in McAlester. That's not how this day started. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball missing way high, and the count's now at 2-2. Today started out as a pretty nice sunny day. There weren't really a lot of clouds up in the sky, and then all of a sudden, here came the clouds. It's all that rain that should be coming in tonight. 2-2 from Mullins. And he got the low outside corner, strike 3. Nice start to the top of the second for Gandon Mullins with a backwards K. And that brings up Landon Fisher.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Landon Fisher.
Landon Fisher, right fielder, number 4. He went 1 for 2 with an RBI. He had the hit that It could have been a really big deal. I mean, it was a big deal. Every hit that the Tigers had was a huge, huge deal yesterday in their 4-2 win. As the first pitch can't get the upper quadrant. That'll be ball one. He flew out to left, walked, and had an RBI single, which at the time made it a 4-0 game. If he didn't have that RBI single, the go-ahead run would have been on the base paths. Here's a nice curveball from Mullins in there for strike one. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Early in the first inning with the curveball, Mullins had a hard time kind of getting on top of it, sailed on him a little bit. That one was perfect. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, that one goes high on him. Up and inside for ball two. Everywhere that Mullins has been missing, he's either been missing way too high or spiking it about a few feet in front of the plate. Trying to work back to the middle of that. Count at 2-1. The pitch. Fastball fills the zone for strike two. Count even 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Landon Fisher, righty on righty. And the payoff. Curveball missed outside. Good eye there by Fisher. Count full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to keep a runner off the base paths here. Another payoff coming up between the Buffs and the Tigers. Had a lot of them yesterday too. 3-2 pitch from Mullins. And fastball up high. He didn't go around. No, he didn't. McAlester wants to say that he did, but that wasn't really close. And that'll be a walk here to Landon Fisher, and it brings up Trace Hall. Mullins on the day so far with 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. The run that was scored against the Buffaloes, that is going to go down as an unearned run. That was back in the first. So scored on the error. Brings up the 9-hole batter, the shortstop, number 19, Trace Hall. 1 down, top of the second inning, runner at first. Pickoff over to first is not in time. Mullins has had a pretty good pickoff move this year, too. Works really quickly. Been able to get a couple of guys out there. Decent lead at first, too. Pickoff again over to first. This one is not in time. Having to stretch a little bit over to the right with Shumway to make the catch. Mullins trying to work Fisher a little bit closer towards the bag. Runner takes off at the first pitch, and it's a fly ball, deep center field, still carrying. Watkins gets all the way to his spot, makes the catch just about 10 feet in front of the warning track, and he'll haul it back in for out number 2. Hall gave it a little bit of a ride on the line drive, but it's caught by Watkins, who had a great beat on it as soon as it left the bat. Brings up the top of the order for Connor Taylor. And Taylor had one of the 5 hits for the Tigers yesterday. If Fisher was taken off with the very first pitch, wouldn't be surprised if he does it here again in the first or second one, but don't be surprised if you see Mullins pick off here like right now. Does not. Goes with the slide step instead, and the fastball misses high for ball 1. So this is where you're kind of picking and choosing where you want to take off with. Mullins went a little bit more with the slide step in case Fisher was taken off at the first pitch again. He was at the risk, though, of missing high with the fastball. Pickoff over to first, and it bounces past Aiden Shumway, and it gets into the outfield on a low throw. And that'll be the second error for the Buffaloes. That has been their problem in the last 4 district games, is that all their errors have come in the first 3 innings. McAlester had 2 really tough innings yesterday, and luckily for them at the time, it didn't come back to bite them. Neither one of those errors. There are 2 pretty rough ones, but that's just how it's been the last 4 games, is early in the games, those are when McAllister's making their defensive mistakes. That's their second error, and it moves the runner up to second base for the top of the order. 1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1. Big cut from Taylor. And wind is carrying out today. It's not like it was yesterday over in Coweta. We had a pretty good gust at about 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts that were blowing in from left center field yesterday. Today it's blowing out, but not as much wind. The 1-1, fastball missing inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position for the Tigers. 2-1 pitch. Fastball letter high. That'll be strike 2. Well, it's not really letter high today. If you're not watching, maybe if you're listening on the radio today, it's a tiger paw. That is their logo that they have on their black jerseys today, a white tiger paw, and where the pocket would be at. I think I hear myself. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's actually fouled back into the glove of Braden Phillips, and that will end the inning. So they leave the Tiger runner stranded at second base, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. Tie game 1-1 here on KNED.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571.
Beat the heat
Go Buffs!
with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485. Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, here on KNED. The Buffaloes and the Tigers are tied up 1-1 right now, as it'll be the 8-9-1 batters up for the McAlester Buffaloes. They have had 3 hits, 2 errors, though, by the Buffalo defense, has led to a 1-1 game. And McAlester looking still for their first lead since April 9th in a district game. They can continue their hot start that they've had at the plate, as Hodgel wasn't quite ready. He was in the box. Time was called right when Crawford was beginning his windup. And now here comes the first pitch of the bottom of the second. It'll be a fastball just clipping the outside corner for strike 1. That is where Coweta pitchers have been living so far in this series, as here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive right back from where it came. It short hops to the second baseman, Taylor. He throws over to first in time for out number 1. Good piece by Hodgel. Again, he's been seeing the ball well here in the last, I'd say, 4 games for the McAlester Buffaloes. Every time he's gotten out, or every time he's made contact, whether he's gotten on base or gotten out, he's hit the ball hard. That one was just a short hop to the pitcher from yesterday, Taylor, who made the easy throw to first for the out. First pitch to Jordan Clark, curveball, froze him, locked the legs, and it caught the inside corner for strike 1. And living on the inside and outside corners. Really nothing in the middle of the plate so far for Crawford. As he goes back to the Uncle Charlie. This time outside corner curveball. The count is 0-2. They are attacking Jordan Clark with the curveball in this series so far. The windup in the 0-2 pitch. Fastball goes high with it. And on 3 pitches, gets Jordan Clark with the frontwards K. And that'll be out number 2. Buffaloes have the bases loaded. If you're just now joining us in the bottom of the first inning with nobody out, sac fly gave us the tie. Spencer Stinchcomb hit a single, but it was so hard hit that it led to only runners advancing forward. As here's another curveball. And right now Crawford's got into a rhythm. He's working quickly. He caught the inside corner, strike 1. Crawford shakes off to Hughes and quickly goes to the 0-1 pitch. And this one's grounded up the middle towards the outfield turf. It's going to be backhanded. Throw over to first. It has to be dug out. And it's not in time. The pitcher threw it back over, or rather the first baseman threw it back to where the pitcher was. That's a bang-bang play at first base that the field umpire says Shumway beat out. And that is an infield single for Aiden Shumway, and he's now 2 for 2 on the day. That was a mighty flying play by the second baseman, Taylor. Had to go close towards where behind the second base bag is. Made a good backhand. The throw was low. A good dig by Gay at first base. They say Shumway got there first. Brings up Caden Luss now, who's been the Buffaloes' extra base hit king this year. First pitch, runner takes off for second. Curveball's behind the batter. Throw over to second. Gets into the outfield. Rolls away a little bit, but it'll keep Shumway where he's at. Again, you don't want to risk the third out by trying to advance over to third with Lesnow up. Lesnow was hit by a pitch his first time up. Lesnow with 22 RBIs on the year. He does have a home run. Hit it against Choctaw in day 2 of the Cleveland County Classic that was at Noble High School in Noble, Oklahoma. Les now has 15 extra base hits this year, 8 triples. 1-0. Fastball fouled it off towards the dugout, and it's snagged by Gunnar Hodgel, who already has his glove on, who's getting ready to come out onto the field. Count even at 1-1. Another at-bat with a runner in scoring here from McAlester. So far today, they're 0 for 2. Excuse me, they're 1 for 3, actually. 1-1. High hit, fly ball, deep center field, still carrying. It will get over the center fielder Plyer's head. It's going to give the Buffaloes the lead. Rounding second, churning and burning is Caden Lusnell for the triple. His 9th one of the year. And the Buffaloes take a 2-1 lead. An RBI triple for Caden Lusnell gives the Buffaloes a 2-1 advantage in the bottom of the second inning. On a line drive that just kept carrying, it hopped right in front of the warning track onto the wall. And Mullins trying to help out his own cause here and bring Lusnell in. Mullins hit a ball hard for a single his last time up. He's had a good series. This one will be fouled off towards the McAlester dugout. Count is now 0-1. Mullins so far in this series, he is 3 for 4. 0-1 pitch. And on the off speed, that one's fouled straight back for strike 2. That's his 9th triple. Yeah, it's a new record. We have a new record. Caden Lusnell set a record for most triples in a season by a McAlester Buffalo baseball player. That is a record told to me by Coach James Singleton. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses high and outside for ball 1. So that news brought to you once again by Athletic Director James Singleton. New triple king, Caden Lusnell, his 9th of the year. 1-2. Fly ball. This one's shallow left center field. Should be easy for Plyer. Makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3, but not before what is unofficially, again, that's an unofficial 9th triple for Caden Lusnell, which would be a record. But it gives the Buffaloes a 2-1 lead as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. Okay, Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season. Well, the last day of district play is always a fun one, isn't it? It always seems like you have really good games, and you're waiting to see where you're going to be depending on who wins where. Well, we've got 2 barn burners so far. We got McAlester that's leading the Coweta Tigers 2-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning, and we have the Collinsville Cardinals leading the Pryor Tigers. The Cardinals got out of a bases-loaded jam, and they maintain a 4-3 lead heading to the bottom of the second inning. I can hear myself. Again, someone's recording the calls there or listening to it, I guess, on the YouTube stream here underneath the tunnel. That is good. Someone's listening, right? Top of the third, here comes the first pitch to Jackson Plyler. Curveball in there, strike one from Gannon Mullins. Plyler popped out. It was a major league pop-up to the first base side where Aiden Shumway made the catch. Here's the 0-1 from Mr. Mullins. Fastball, line drive off of his glove, coming out on his left now, has to be quick with it, fires to first, and he got him just in time. That'll go down as a 1-6-3 ground out. Line drive right back up the middle, hit off the glove of Gannon Mullins, ricocheted towards Caden Lustnow, who had to charge in on it and make a nice running play for out number one. Brings up Connor Barnett. McAlester, although they are out hitting the Tigers so far 5-0, just have a 2-1 lead. Here's the first pitch from Mullins to Barnett. Curveball missing low and outside, ball one. But the Buffaloes had a really good show of hitting in the second as this next pitch, fastball right at the knees, called strike one. We went we went ground out and strikeout to start the bottom of the second. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses high, 2 balls, 1 strike. But then Shumway beat out an infield single. And then Caden Lustnow said, "I got you, bro." RBI triple to center field for his unofficial 9th of the year, 2-1. Check swing didn't matter. It was a called strike 2 anyway. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count even at 2-2. Wind just slightly blowing to center now. The 2-2 pitch. Changeup misses low. It's a great pitch, but that's better eye there by Connor Barnett to lay off of it. The count's now full at 3-2. The payoff from Mullins, and it misses outside, and Barnett will draw his second walk of the day. Brings up Hunter to Hughes. He worked a walk as well in his last, that would have been a plate appearance, last plate appearance. He is now the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's their 5th. Base runners, here's a curveball. It bounces in the turf. Great job being a wall by Braden Phillips. Keeps Barnett at first base instead of scoring position. I think that Collinsville-Pryor game might be a long game. A lot of scoring early. Collinsville again up 4-3, just the bottom of the second. 2-1, Buffaloes are leading the Tigers. Not much of a lead at first. Mullins kicks and deals. Fastball missing above the letters, ball 2. Barnett and Hunter to Hughes, they're both returning starters from last year, both batted out of their same spots from last year, 3 and 4. Tigers a season ago, they went, I believe that's 13 and 16 if I can read my own handwriting. The 2-0 pitch misses down low, that's ball 3. And they were McAllister's regional matchup to start off the regional tournament at Bishop Kelly in Tulsa. Pickoff over to first, not in time. McAlester played arguably their best game of the season, and really what they need to do here against the Coweta Tigers, they need to play once again one of their best games of the season to try to finish third. 3-0 is the count to Hughes. And he gets back into the zone with a called strike at the knees. 3 balls, 1 strike. Two and 2-1, the Buffalo lead. Again, top of the third inning. 3-1 pitch. Fastball missed up and inside, and that'll be ball 4, and now runners at first and second again. That brings up Roscoe Gay. Gay reached on the E5, and it led to a run scored. Hughes will have a courtesy runner come in for him, and that is number 27, Cruz Morton. So Morton at first, and you have Barnett 90 feet ahead of him over at second base. With 1 down. And last time it was a high hop off of the turf to Gunnar Hodgel. That was going to be a tough play to be made. That's the first pitch to Gay is going to be fouled off on a line drive just above the dugout, or rather the press box here along the first base side for strike one. It's going to be a tough play anyway there for Hodgel back in the first. He had to barehand it to have a chance at it, trying to end the inning, and it short hopped into Shumway, and Buffaloes couldn't get it out. 0-1 pitch. Fastball way high, and having to stretch his left arm as high as he could get that one to keep it from going to the backstop was Phillips. The count's now even at 1-1. Out of the stretch, Mullins looks back at second. And the 1-1 pitch. Curveball, good one. Outside corner, strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Roscoe Gay. When McAlester comes back up, they'll have their middle of the order, Braden Phillips, Spencer Stinchcomb, Ethan Watkins. 1-2. Goes with a changeup. Bounces in the turf, and the count's now even at 2-2 as it missed outside as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gay. Mentioned it the last time he came up. He did go 1 for 3 yesterday. Tigers like to feed off of their opponent's mistakes, and that is how they beat the Buffaloes yesterday. Just scoring on timely hits off walks. So here's the 2-2. This one's fouled off with nearly the handle. And watch out, people that are beyond the McAlester dugout over there along the third base line. Not often do you have to worry about baseballs heading your way there, but that time they did. Count's now even at 2-2. Mullins looking for the strikeout. The pitch. Curveball missed the letters. Phillips tried his best to try to bring it back down, but that clearly missed above that tiger paw. And the count's now full at 3-2. Big pitch here for Gannon Mullins. With runners at first and second and 1 down, the 3-2 fouled straight back and staying alive is Gay. Caden Dollar's on deck. I think if I'm remembering correctly, again, it's sometimes hard to remember. I think he's the only left-handed batter in the Tiger lineup, but I could be wrong on that. But he is on deck. And we'll do 3-2 again. Mullins takes a deep breath and fires, and he misses. That's 3 consecutive walks. That is his 6th walk of the day. And the bases are loaded for the Tigers in the top of the 3rd inning with only 1 down. And Coach Meadows will go speak with Gannon Mullins. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back here on KNED.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Fenton Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Now, we'd like to thank Fenton Nissan, as well as Angels Diner, T&W Tire, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Reagan Auto, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, the Bank & A, and OK Tire and Auto for putting us on the air not just today but all season long. McAlester is leading 2-1 top of the 3rd inning, but they are in a pickle here. Bases are loaded with 1 down for the Tigers. And Caden Dollar, if he can get the first hit for the Tigers here, very well could give the Tigers the lead back. McAlester got it for the first time in the bottom of the 2nd just a half inning ago. First pitch to Dollar, misses up and outside for ball 1. Mullins has been back and forth so far. The walks have come in pairs, really, except for the last walk that he issued. 1-0 pitch. Swings. Yes, he did go around. They'll be low. That would have been ball 2, but Mullins gets lucky there and gets a check swing that went too far around. The count's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Back to the windup is Mullins. The 1-1. Pops it up left field towards the foul line. Lauerman will track it down, but it'll be way too far out in front of him as he gave it a run. And depending on how this at-bat goes with Dollar, that may not be a bad thing for Lauerman if he didn't catch that. He could have gotten out number 2, but if he makes that catch, we have a tie game again. Barnett would have tagged up and scored. But hopefully for the Buffaloes, that pans out to be a good thing. if that landed. Here's the windup. And the 1-2 from Gannon. Curveball misses high. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dollar struck out looking back in the first inning. It ended a Tiger threat where they had runners at second and third and already leading 1-0 at the time. 2-2. Fastball pops it up even more so into foul territory. Again, Lauerman gave it a little bit of a run, but it'll bounce into the McAlester bullpen. And for the second straight batter, it wasn't just, with Roscoe Gay, it wasn't like it was a 4-pitch walk. He did have to battle with a 3-2 pitch on him, had to foul it off to get to that walk. Dollars delivering a battle as well. Here's the 2-2 from Mullins. Inside corner, didn't get the call. Thought that he might have had the strikeout. Would have been a big one, and the count's now full to 3-2 again. Didn't get the inside corner. Mullins wanted it. A lot of McAlester fans wanted it. And now we'll have it full. A pitch away from possibly tying the game, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the low inside fastball, and Mullins is pumped up as he let go of the ball. As soon as he saw the swing and a miss, looked back towards his outfield, said, "Let's go." And that's out number 2. And for now, the Buffaloes maintain the lead. 2-1, bases loaded, 2 down, top of the third for Sutter Winsworth. First pitch to Winsworth. Low and outside, ball 1. Pitch count has been worked up here by Mullins in the first 3 innings, though. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball right down Broadway, strike 1. As we look at the pitch count of Mullins, yeah, that was already pitch number 73. 1-1. Fastball popped it up, foul territory. Coming back fair. Shumway's in foul territory as we speak. Makes the catch, and that's out number 3. And the Buffaloes escape the jam. They still lead 2-1 as we head to the home half of the third. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KN.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
So now we're even, I guess. The McAlester Buffaloes had the bases loaded back in the first inning, could have done more damage, but couldn't score with bases loaded and 1 down. And the Coweta Tigers, Gannon Mullins was able to work out the jam with the strikeout and then the flyout to first base to maintain a 2-1 advantage as we head to the home half of the third. McAlester scored 1 in the first and 1 in the second, trying to keep their scoring going. Braden Phillips had an RBI sac fly to center field. That got the scoring started for McAlester, and the first pitch he sees here, curveball catches the top of the zone for strike 1. And Alex Crawford likes to work quickly here for the Coweta Tigers, already starting his windup, and the 0-1 pitch again. Curveball out in front of it, way out in front was Phillips, and the count is now 0-2. By the way, the Collinsville Cardinals leading the Pryor Tigers 4-3, but again, another base runner. The tying run is at first base for Pryor. Here's the 0-2 from Alex Crawford, and it misses high. That'll be ball 1. Phillips is way up in the box. His RBI that he had back in the first was his 19th of the season. Here's the 1-2. And that one hits him. Hit him on the wrist, and he'll take a slow jog over to first base. And the Buffaloes have another runner on the base paths. The only 3 passes that Crawford has given up today have been hit by pitches. He let a curveball kind of run inside on Lesnow and hit him right above the tailbone, and then Braden Phillips getting hit in the wrist right there. Brings up Spencer Stinchcomb, who is 1 for 1 on the day. He had a hard line drive to the right fielder, Fisher, who Fisher remembers, so he comes a little bit closer in over on the right side. First pitch called strike to Stinchcomb. Counts 0-1. Stinchcomb third on the team in batting average unofficially at .348. The 0-1. Right back to that same spot, low outside corner, called strike 2. Count 0-2 on Stinchcomb. Crawford again working quickly, and he steps off, and Stinchcomb was wanting to call time because he was trying to dig into the box. A lot of times, if you're able to get a runner on base, the stretch will help a pitcher kind of slow their rhythm. So here's the 0-2, and it is a called strike 3. Stinchcomb didn't swing the bat there on that at bat, and it's 3 pitches, 3 strikes with a backwards K there, and out number 1. Just hit the outside corner each time. Phillips acted like he was taking off for second at first and then stopped on a dime. Watkins comes up, who is 0 for 1 with the backwards K. McAlester leading 2-1, bottom of the third inning. First pitch, fastball up and outside, ball 1. Watkins does have a home run this year at this field. Crawford again quickly comes set. He's getting into a rhythm, and Phillips will take off. The pitch is high for a ball. The throw down to second is not in time, and sliding in with a stolen base is Braden Phillips into scoring position for Watkins, who has the count at 2-0. Phillips' 18th stolen base of the season. Watkins trying to look for RBI number 16 to strengthen the McAlester lead. 2-0. Fastball swung over the top of it, strike 1. At time, it looked like Watkins was a little bit also out in front of the pitch. Could have been a changeup again. It's hard to see from the first base line. Just right parallel with the first base bag where I'm sitting. 2-1 from Crawford. This one misses outside, and the count is in favor of Watkins. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. McAlester has struck out 4 times so far out of their 7 outs. 3-1, ground ball that goes right behind Coach Mullins at the third base coaching spot, and the count's now full at 3-2. McAlester did a good job of really not striking out for a majority of yesterday's game. Only had 6 out of their 21 out strikeouts, but today a heavy majority of them strikeouts, and it hurt McAlester a lot in the first inning. 3-2, Phillips takes off for third. This one's popped up. He's got to come back. It's over towards foul territory. Running after it's the first baseman, Gay. Might be a tough play, and it lands. Lands in foul territory, and it will keep the at-bat alive for Ethan Watkins. And now Phillips is going to have his hands on his knees trying to catch his breath. Count still full at 3-2. Buffaloes are trying to cut out the strikeout bug right now, though. Watkins trying to live by the motto, put the ball in play, good things happen. Count full. Does Phillips take off again? Crawford gives him an extra look, the 3-2 pitch, and he fouls it off to stay alive. We'll do it again at 3-2. Crawford against Watkins. Watkins batting .269 with runners and scoring on the year. 3-2. Curveball caught the bottom of the zone for strike 3, and that's another backwards K to the Buffaloes. Their 5th strikeout in 8 outs. And that brings up Jackson Lauerman. That is McAllister's 3rd strikeout looking. Lauerman struck out swinging his first time up. Runner at second, trying to bring him in. Buffaloes leading 2-1, bottom of the 3rd. First pitch. And it nearly runs in and hits Lauerman. Misses inside for ball 1. Watkins didn't like the call on the strike 3 call. Again, I can't really tell the inside-outside all that well. But if he thought it was low, it looked like it did clip the bottom of the zone just from where I'm at. But inside-outside, that's a different story. Counts 1-0. And Crawford will spin and look over to second. Buffaloes have hit the ball here, though, well, I would say. Just their outs have not been balls put in play for the most part. Great jump by Phillips. Here's a high hit fly ball, but this one should be easy for the center fielder Plyler. He's still going back on it, though, and he makes the catch. As the wind continued to take it, his feet started to move a little bit quicker towards the warning track. He makes the catch for out number 3. It was a good drive by Lauerman, but Plyler brings it in for the final out, and the Buffaloes leave the runner stranded at second. They do lead 2-1 as we head to the top of the 4th. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on K.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We get to the top of the 4th inning. The McAlester Buffaloes are leading the Coweta Tigers 2-1. The Buffaloes have 5 hits to the Tigers 0 so far, but the Tigers have threatened quite a bit. They have scored 1 run on an error after a couple of walks. Pitch count is up there so far early for Gandon Mullins, who's nearing 80. And so face the 8-9-1 batters. First pitch, again way high to Landon Fisher for ball 1. Looking at the bottom of the 3rd inning in our Collinsville-Pryor game that we're looking at, Cardinals lead the Pryor Tigers 4-3, runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. Collinsville trying to extend their lead right now. Here's the 1-0 from Mullins. This will be fouled off and out of play for strike 1. A lot of deep counts here early by Mullins, but he's been able to work out of it each time so far. Deep breath from the senior, and the 1-1 to Landon Fisher. Fastball high, ball 2. Fisher has walked today. That's the only plate appearance so far for him. And yesterday did go 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the 2-1. Line drive, left center field. This one will land, and it's the first hit of the day for the Tigers. Comes from Landon Fisher, landing between Lusnow and Watkins. First hit coming in the top of the 4th, and that brings up Trace Hall. That is the tying run on base now for Coweta. Hall hit a hard line drive to center field, and if it wasn't for a great beat on the ball by Watkins, who's played a really good center field over the last 2 days, I'd say over the last couple of weeks he's played really good center field. If he doesn't get a good jump on that ball, it might be another run scored. First pitch, just missing up at the top of the zone. That would be ball 1. Pretty close. Doesn't get that one. Pryor gets out of the jam in the bottom of the 3rd. Collinsville, though, still leading 4-3 as we head to the 4th in that game. 1-0, runner takes off for second. The pitch is a called strike. The throw down to second is high, and Les now has to come across over to the other side of the bag to make the catch. Count was a strike. The count is even at 1-1, but the tying run in scoring position for the Tigers and Trace Hall. As it stands right now, McAlester will, unless, again, the Buffaloes can get some quick outs coming up, this thing goes 7 innings, McAllister's going to need probably some help from the bullpen. 1-1, shows bunt, bounces in, runner takes off for third. Phillips fires over to third, and it's not going to be in time. Count is 2-1. Now, as that was pitch number 81 from Mullins. So tying run 90 feet away with nobody out. Tigers got who they wanted onto the base pass to steal second base and then take third. Now the infield will come on the infield turf trying to keep the tying run from scoring. 2-1. Shows bunt. Again, it bounces into Phillips, and that'll be ball 3. (3-1) the count. The top of the order is on deck. Here's the 3-1 from Mullins. Tried to show him bunt, and it fouled it backwards. Count's now full at 3-2. Runner at third, Fisher. He was kind of following. He was running with the third baseman, Hodgel, who's coming in for the bunt. Kind of slowed down, though, as the ball made contact with the bat. Mullins needs a K in a big way. 3-2. Pops it up in the infield. Having to go back is Les now towards the outfield turf. Makes the catch, quickly looks at Fisher at third base. He's still standing on the bag, and that's out number 1. Hey, I say he needs a strikeout. A fly out right there doesn't hurt either. It brings up the top of the order, though, and Connor Taylor, who has struck out twice, the second one on a foul tip back into the mid. But again, he went 1 for 2 yesterday and also delivered a gem of a game on the mound. Struck out 6, walked none, en route to the 4-2 Coweta win. Here's a bunt that gets down. Mullins fires home, and they get the runner at the plate. Mullins fires to Phillips. They tried laying down the bunt. Taylor did. It went straight to Mullins. He fires home to get that runner out, and the Buffaloes keep the 2-1 lead at the moment. Buffaloes are just living on the edge like an Aerosmith song right now, but at this moment, they still have a 2-1 lead. Brings up Jackson Plyler, who has flown out to the first baseman, and then he hit the ball hard a second time up, but it was a 1-6-3 ground out. So runner at first with 2 down. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. That was the second straight batter that the Tigers tried doing that with, laying down a bunt to bring the runner home. Mullins takes a while. Delivers the 0-1. Curveball, misses low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. But we mentioned Mullins' pitch count getting up there. Buffaloes have everyone available today except for Caden Luss now. I think anyone that they want to pitch, I'm almost certain they can pitch him. The 1-1 fills the zone for strike 2. I think the only one that is kind of in question would be Ethan Watkins. But I think he did not get to the 100-pitch mark against Carl Albert on Friday, so I think he would even be available to pitch if they need him. Count is 1-2, and the pitch. Curveball, fly ball, right field. Jordan Clark going back on it, gets underneath it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. Once again, the Tigers threaten in the top of the 4th inning, but with a fielder's choice bunt out to home and then a fly out to right, McAlester still keeps the 2-1 advantage. We played half a 7-inning game heading to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Buffaloes 2, the Tigers 1 in this battle for 3rd in 5A4 on
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub, 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, the McAlester Buffaloes are leading the Coweta Tigers 2-1. We have a stoppage here with the home plate umpire. He's going to speak with head coach Mason Stuckey of the Tigers. While he does so, again, don't know really what it's about here. But looking at Collinsville and Pryor, again, that game is mattering here to both of our teams today, Coweta and McAlester. Collinsville still leads 4-3, but it looks like the pitchers have settled in. After 7 runs combined scored in an inning and a half, they have settled down to produce 4 straight half innings of no runs. But Collinsville still leading 4-3. They have a runner at first with nobody out. First pitch to Gunnar Hodgel, misses upstairs for ball 1. McAlester leading 2-1 in our game in the home half of the fourth, trying to get a little bit of breathing room. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one misses. No, catches up and outside, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson Lauerman has gone down to warm up in the McAlester bullpen. So here's the 1-1 to Hodgel. This one misses the outside corner, ball 2. Lauerman has been on the season so far, really the third starter for McAlester is the 2-1. It's a fly ball, center field, Plyler underneath it. Easy catch for out number 1. That's another thing. After the Buffaloes had, 3 hits in the first inning, Alex Crawford has settled down. He's only allowed 2 hits since then. One of them was an infield single on a bang-bang play, and then Les now had the RBI triple. That has so far been the difference. First pitch to Jordan Clark. Fastball misses low and outside, ball 1. Clark struck out swinging his first time up. It's the same exact order that we have up that was up in the second inning when McAlester scored their last run. Here's a curveball that misses low and outside for ball 2. Again, they've been curveball heavy so far to Jordan Clark in the series. Jordan Clark obliged with a double in the game yesterday, so he'll take this one low and outside as well for ball 3. Crawford's tried working really every batter so far, low and outside. That's a good spot to live at. 3-0 from Crawford, and he walks him on 4 pitches. So Jordan Clark has walked on 4 pitches, one of the McAlster's fastest players on the team. And that will be the first official walk of the series by the Coweta pitching staff. Clark, he's got 17 stolen bases on the year. Shumway. Clark takes off for second on the first pitch. Ground ball left side will be foul, and Clark will retreat back over to first base. Clark has only been caught stealing once, and it was in yesterday's game. He tried getting over to third, and he was caught stealing by Hunter to Hughes. But 17 out of 18 attempts, not a very bad stolen base percentage there. They'll pick off over to first, and sliding back in safely is Clark. Shumway down on the count 0-1. He's 2 for 2 so far today. Slide step, bounces into the Hughes, and the count is now at 1-1. Wind still blowing out to center field. Collinsville has extended their lead. They're leading 5-3 bottom of the fourth. Buffalo's trying to do the same in this half inning as they have a called strike. Very bottom of the zone. Again, outside again. Count is 1-2 on Aiden Shumway. Buffalo's got to adjust here and got to protect too. Pick off over to first. Clark back in safely. Not a bad time to go with pick off there from Crawford. I think Clark was leaning a little bit. Would not be surprised if he goes with this pitch. Not a huge lead. Crawford trying to work quick. Picks off again. He's leaning. Did he get there? He got there in time, just around the tag. Very close play between Gay and Clark. Not a bad idea to go 2 in a row. Clark is definitely wanting to take off for second. I wonder if he still will try to after 2 pickoff attempts in a row. Does Crawford go with the third in a row? Yes, he does. This time Clark leaning a little bit closer towards the first base bag. That one not nearly as heart-racing as the last pickoff attempt. 3 in a row. Does Clark take off for second? Yes, he does. The 1-2. Misses outside. The throw down 2. Oh, it does not miss outside. Delayed strike 3 call, but says it catches the outside corner of Aiden Shumway for another backwards K. And it's out number 2. McAlester has struck out looking today 4 times.
Number 2, Caden Lesnow.
And it brings up Caden Lesnow with the runner in scoring position. Buffaloes leading 2-1. Lesnow is 1 for 1 with an RBI triple. First pitch from Crawford. Curveball nearly came in and hit Lesnow again. That's the pitch that he was hit with in the first plate appearance of the day for him. Count is 1-0. Lesnow at his 23rd RBI in his last at bat. Can he get number 24 and extend this lead? The pitch, fastball missing outside for ball 2. That was a very similar pitch to the one that Aiden Shumway struck out on. 2-0 is the count. Crawford deals. 2-0. This one does clip the outside corner. I don't know if Lesnow liked that one. He kind of looks back over towards the McAlester dugout, kind of tipped his head a little bit, and the count's now at 2-1. Crawford has lived just on the outside corner. Nothing has really gone inside unless he's missed his spot. 2-1. Misses outside. The count is the count is a hitter's count of 3 balls and 1 strike. I don't blame him. If he's going to get a lot of those outside strike calls, I would continue to try to live there. McAllister's got to adjust. Counts 3-1. The pitch. Ground ball left side through the hole. Will they try to score Clark? They'll wave him home. Here comes the throw in from left field. It is on line. It's not in time. Standing there. Maybe Clark should have slid there. But he steps around the tag, and that will be a run scored. And that's what Coach Mullins is saying over towards Clark. Hey, why not slide? That was a close play. Stepping around the tag is Clark, and the Buffaloes take a 3-1 advantage on the RBI single from Caden Lesnow, and McAlester leads 3-1. We'll have a mound visit here between head coach Mason Stuckey and the pitcher Alex Crawford. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
It's actually Caden Lesnow at his single advance to second on the throw, so he's in scoring position. Score is 3-1. Can Gannon Mullins help out his own cause and bring in fellow senior Lesnow? The pitch, line drive, right center field. If it lands, he'll score him. It does land. Lesnow rounds third. He'll score with ease. It's an RBI single for Gannon Mullins, and the Buffaloes continue to get it done with 2 down. And the Buffaloes extend their lead to 4-1. He'll get a courtesy runner. Jaden Chaney coming over for him. And I think that'll be it for Alex Crawford. After the mound visit, we'll have a new pitcher for the Tigers. We'll be back here in just a little while. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on K.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We have a call of the bullpen here in the bottom of the 4th innings. The Buffaloes get back-to-back RBI singles from back-to-back seniors. Caden Lussnow and Gannon Mullins extend the McAlester lead to 4-1. This pitching change brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. Again, Jet Tire Service offers 18 major tire brands. Now in the southpaw, Braxton Barnes for the Coweta Tigers. First opponent will be Braden Phillips. As the first pitch from Barnes out of the pen is low for ball 1. It's a straight switch. Barnes goes to the mound. Crawford back to the dugout. Barnes' last outing came last Thursday in the 5A shootout against the Shawnee Wolves. He pitched in 2 innings, gave up 1 hit. As here's the 1-0. This will be popped up in the infield, and it should do it. Taylor underneath it makes the easy catch for out number 3, but the Buffaloes do get a little bit of breathing room. They now lead 4-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Welcome back to Mike Deke Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes are leading the Coweta Tigers 4-1, courtesy of a couple of RBI singles back-to-back by Caden Lussnow and Gannon Mullins. Gannon Mullins coming in for his 5th inning of work. His pitch count is up there. He had some help in the bullpen if he needs it. Jackson Lauerman, who is playing left field currently, was down in the bullpen getting some work in. McAlester has some runs, though, to work with. Again, they lead 4-1, trying to maintain that lead. It'll be the heart of the order up for the Tigers. Connor Barnett, Hunter DeHughes, Roscoe Gay, 3, 4, 5. As again, we are coming close on what should be a heart-pounding final 3 innings here in McAlester, Oklahoma, for both Coweta fans might be watching, listening, and also for McAlester fans. So, also we're looking at what's going on between Pryor and Collinsville as I get it all loaded up here. Collinsville is leading 5-3. With 2 down in the top of the 5th, Pryor just got a runner at first. The tying run is now at the plate for the Pryor Tigers. Again, Collinsville leading 5-3. Whoever wins that game takes the 5A3 crown. McAlester, or Coweta, whichever team wins this game, takes on the loser of Pryor and Collinsville. They go to their regional. Whoever loses this game between Coweta and McAlester goes to the winner of that game, Collinsville or Pryor. Connor Barnett has walked twice in his 2 plate appearances so far. He digs into the box for Mullins' first pitch of the 5th inning. It's a fastball high for ball 1. That's just where he's been missing today. For Mullins, that was pitch number 90, so he has 30 more to work with. So here's the 1-0. Pops it straight up the chute. Might be playable. Phillips going towards the concession stand area, and it will land on top of said concession stand. That'll be strike 1. I mean, again, when Mullins has been in the zone, he has been hard to hit. Only 1 hit so far today. It was from Landon Fisher. He has worked himself in and out of trouble multiple times today, nearly every inning. They scored 1 in the first to take an early 1-0 lead on a couple of walks and then an error. Here's the 1-1. Fastball missing up and inside for ball 2. I mean, just 2 innings ago, back in the 3rd inning, bases were loaded with 1 down, strikeout and flyout got him out of that jam. So here's the 2-1. Misses upstairs for ball 3. And then in the last inning, a runner got over to 3rd with nobody out. And they were able to get a pop out to short. A fielder's choice bunt attempt got the runner out at home, and then a fly out to right field ended the Coweta Tiger threat there too. The 3-1 pitch to Barnett. Fouled back into the glove of Phillips, and the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mullins trying to start this inning off on the right foot. The 3-2 pitch. High fly ball. That one is gone. That is going towards the warning track. It'll leave the yard with ease. A no-doubter over the furthest part of the field for Coweta's second hit of the day. Connor Barnett continues to just be a menace to McAlester pitching. And that's why those 2 runs McAlester scored in the bottom of the 4th were a big deal. That is what is separating them now from the Tigers. And what you hear there is the gong that they hit. Again, if you were over at the 5A shootout last week, they were here for a couple of games, and every time they score a run, they have a gong in their dugout, and they bang the gong. And it makes it 4-2. McAlester still with a 2-run advantage, but Connor Barnett got all of that one on a 3-2 pitch. Brings up Hunter DeHughes. Every hit that Connor Barnett has had against McAlester in the last 2 seasons have been extra base hits. First pitch high to DeHughes for ball 1. And we have time called as someone who's playing wall ball lost their tennis ball. Came over onto the field. Field umpire noticed it quickly, said, hey, time. Toss the ball back over to the kids. 1-0. Misses low and outside for ball 2. Might be mistaken, but I think that's the first home run that Mullins has given up this year. Here's the windup in the 2-0 pitch from Mullins. Fastball inside corner, called strike 1. Buffaloes again still leading 4-2. 2-1 pitch. This one's a high fly ball, and that one is carrying a long way. But again, for anyone listening on radio, don't worry. If you're a McAlester fan, it is well foul beyond the Hughes Field house. That one might have landed close to the old softball field over there. Counts now at 2-2. Mullins against Hughes, the windup, and the 2-2 delivery. Curve ball bounces in the turf. That'll be ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Mullins looking for a bounce back at bat after the home run, though. Tigers can get a runner at first. That will put the tying run up at the plate. 3-2. This will be fouled off at the plate. Count still full at 3-2. A lot of full counts here for Coweta Tiger batters against McAlester pitchers. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again today. The Tigers are really good at working up the pitch count of opposing pitchers. 3-2. Pops it up. We'll see if anyone can get to it. In foul territory, Phillips trying to track it down. Makes the catch over by the McAlester dugout for out number 1. So they win the battle there, and that's a good bounce back for Mr. Gandon Mullins. And a great catch made by Braden Phillips in foul territory over there near that big McAlester baseball logo that spans almost towards the foul line, towards the dugout. Roscoe Gay, who's 0 for 1. He has reached on an error and walked. Comes up, first pitch to Gay. Fastball sails high for ball 1. Caden Dollar's on deck. He's 0 for 2 so far. Mullins has crossed the 100 pitch mark. He's at 103. 1-0. Foul back into the glove of Phillips for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. More than likely will be Mullins' final inning unless he gets a couple of quick outs here. 1-1. Fouled straight back for strike 2. And all indications are it'll be Jackson Lauerman to come in for Mullins. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier in this game that he's been, I would say, the third starter for McAlester. He's got the third most innings pitched by McAlester this season. Here's the 1-2. Curveball, cannot get the righty to chase. Good snap of the ball, but Gay would not chase, and the count is now even at 2-2. And the pitch, still staying alive, fouling it right back is Roscoe. Nobody on base. Buffaloes are leading 4-2 if you're just now joining us. It's the top of the 5th inning. So here comes pitch number 107 from Mullins. Curveball that missed eye level and will go again to a full count at bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Roscoe Gay. Wind up, payoff, and again fouling it off are the Coweta Tigers. I mean, a lot of long at-bats here by the Tiger offense. They just know how to work counts. Mullins trying to win the battle. The 3-2, and again we'll have it fouled off. Yeah, this is almost certainly going to be Mullins' final inning. And we're having back-to-back at bats to start off the top of the 5th with the count full of 3-2. Mullins likes the call. Here's the windup and the 3-2 pitch. Outside corner, doesn't get the call, ball 4. And as you can hear, McAlester fans don't agree with it. Again, I can't really tell as well from inside and outside, but that will be ball 4. And now the tying run is at the plate for Caden Dollar. Coach Meadows is going to call time, and we're going to wonder if this is it for Gannon or does he have one more batter. That was pitch number 112, and that'll be it. So Mullins has done enough to be in line for the win. As it stands right now, I think this could be a safe situation for Jackson Lauerman, I believe, if he finishes off the game and maintains the lead. But that is a long way to go still. McAlester is leading 4-2. Tying run will be up at the plate when we return. McAlester again up 4-2, top of the 5th with, that is 1 down here on KNED.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, make it Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub, 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
I misspoke earlier. I said that Jackson Lauerman had the third most innings worked. He is just slightly behind, just 2 innings behind Max Harmon for most innings on the season. But either way, we do have a call at the bullpen. This pitching change brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. Jackson Lauerman on the season, a 3-1 record, has one save already. Got that one in Arizona. Has pitched in 27 1/3 innings. He has a 4.10 ERA, 19 strikeouts to 15 walks, a 279 batting average against him. Tying run is at the plate for the Coweta Tigers. Runner at first, 4-2 McAlester advantage. One down right now. Lauerman's first batter is Caden Dollar. Here's the first pitch. Fastball missing up and outside, ball one. Dollar has struck out twice. Mullins is responsible for the runner at first, so if he does come around and score, that will go up against Mullins unless it's scored on an error. The 1-0. Line drive, softly hit, but the other way, and it splits the left side of the infield just off the top of the bat, and it rolled towards the outfield turf, and Caden Dollar says, welcome to the game, Jackson Lauerman, with the third hit of the game for the Tigers. And they'll have a pinch runner for Coweta, as that is the tying run on the base paths now. 2 out of their 3 hits have come in the top of the 5th inning, including a home run by Connor Barnett that made this a 4-2 game. Brings up Sutter Winsworth. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and popped out foul over to first base. Landon Fisher on deck had the first hit of the game for the Tigers.
Now hitting for Coweta, number 26, Jackson Fankhauser.
Oh, we do have a pinch hitter. Number 26, Jackson Fankhauser. So Jackson Fankhauser comes in to hit for the batter, Sutter Winsworth, same as they did yesterday. That ended in a 4-3 ground out for the righty. First pitch. Curveball hits him, and it will load the bases. First pitch to the pinch hitter Fankhauser hits him on the curveball attempt, and now the tying run is in scoring position. Middle infielders will stay in double play depth. Corner infielders are going to come on the infield turf. Buffaloes are leading 4-2, but once again the Tigers are threatening. Can McAlester work out of it? Landon Fisher is 1 for 1. He has walked and singled. And he's been really good in this series. He's 2 for 3 in the series with an RBI. First pitch from Lauerman. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Buffaloes have some work to do to try to keep the lead in the top of the 5th inning. Deep breath by Lauerman and the 0-1. Fastball foul back into the glove of Fisher on a big cut for strike two. So count quickly goes to 0-2 on Landon Fisher. Trace Hall is on deck out of the 9-hole. 0-2 the count. 0-2 the pitch. Fastball cannot get Fisher to chase the eye-level fastball. Count is now 1-2. Outfield is shifted to the left. Bases loaded. 1 down. 2-run advantage for McAlester. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled out of play. A lot of foul balls by the Coweta Tigers, especially today. They worked Mullins to 111 pitches in 4 1/3. Got 2 runs out of that at the moment. 1-2. Curveball couldn't get the upper part of the zone. Count is now even at 2-2. That's real close to the top part of the zone. Home plate umpire signaled that it was high, and the count is 2-2. Buffaloes need a big out against Landon Fisher. 2-2. Fastball up and outside, ball 3. And for the 4th time this inning, a Coweta Tiger batter has worked a full count at bat. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lauerman comes set. The 3-2. Line drive right past the diving glove of Gunnar Hodgel. 1 run's going to score. Shumway gets it in quickly as he fires straight to the catcher Braden Phillips, and it's a 4-3 game as Landon Fisher continues to rake against the McAlester Buffaloes. 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, Landon Fisher in the series. And 3 of the Tigers' 4 hits have come in the top of the 5th, and they're still threatening with a chance to tie or maybe even take the lead. Trace Hall will dig in, who has lined out to the center fielder, and I mean he drove it a ways. And he's also flown out to the shortstop. Buffaloes are leading 4-3, but those 2 runs that they got in the bottom of the 4th, that has evaporated back to a 1-run game. First pitch, fastball right down the middle, strike 1. It is a bullpen game. Braxton Barnes for the Coweta Tigers, Jackson Lauerman for the McAlester Buffaloes. 4-3, McAlester with the advantage. 0-1. Fly ball right field, riding the line. Is it going to be fair or foul? Looks like a tails foul. And you can take a deep breath, Buffalo fans. That's just a long foul ball. Count is 0-2. That was a deep drive, too. That would have almost certainly been bases clearing. Lauerman needs a strikeout or a double play ball in a bad way. Comes set. The 0-2. Fly ball, left field, well foul, and we'll do it again at 0-2. We knew today was going to be like this. We knew it was going to be edge of your seat. It's pretty much the first playoff game for both these teams, is what you're looking at. Count 0-2. The pitch. In the turf, try to get Hall to chase, would not. Bounced off the plate. Phillips does keep it in front and keeps the tying run 90 feet away. Collinsville, meanwhile, they have taken a 6-3 lead as they're closing in on a possible 5A3 district championship. This game between Coweta and McAlester will lock up the 3rd place spot. 1-2 is our count. And the pitch. Cannot get the outside corner with the fastball. Count moves to 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Coweta trying to keep up a very good top of the 5th inning. Still only 1 down. 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses well outside, and we'll have for the 5th time this inning a 3-2 count. It is unreal the kind of patience, the kind of at-bats the Tigers have been able to put up in the top of the 5th inning. Big-time payoff, 3-2. Line drive up the middle. One hopper towards left now. Throws over to second. Air-mailed it, and that will score 2 runs, maybe 3. They'll hold the runner up over at third, and this will be another error on the Buffaloes. Now throw gets away from the catcher Phillips as they tried firing it in home. And the Tigers have come all the way back to take a 5-4 advantage. It was a nice snag by Les now. He tried doing a turnaround jump throw to second base to get the force out. The throw was 2 off to the right, and the Tigers have taken a 5-4 lead on McAllister's 3rd error of the game. That brings up the top of the order, too. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for Coweta. And with the snap of your fingers, McAllister's down to their final 9 outs. They still got to get out of this inning, though. First pitch. Fastball misses up and outside to Taylor, ball 1. Taylor has struck out twice, and then he tried to lay down a bunt. That was a fielder's choice. It went right back to the catcher. Went right to Mullins, who flipped to the catcher for the out. 1-0 in the zone for strike 1. Still a lot of game left, though. I know I say there's only 9 outs left for McAlester, but when you consider there's 21 in the game, that's a pretty good chunk. 1-1. Fastball missing high for ball 2. Tigers have also, you got to tip your cap to them. They have worked 5 full count at bats in this inning alone. Fouled off tough pitches, laid off of very close borderline pitches to draw to those counts, a 2-1. We fouled straight back, and the count's now even at 2-2. And we're another ball away from being the 6th one. I mean, they have brought up to the plate this inning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is it, 5 out of the 7? 5 out of the 7 have had full count at bats. The infield will come in on the infield turf trying to cut down the runner over at third. Tigers with a 5-4 lead. Lauerman comes set. 2-2. Misses high, and we're going to do it again. Another full count at bat. The 6th one, I believe. The 6th one of the inning. That is unbelievable. The 3-2. Fouls it off and out of play, and we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kudos to the Tigers, man. When we put that into perspective, I think Connor Taylor, he only was behind in the count yesterday for the Tigers twice all game. He hardly got into any 3-ball counts. And we have had 6 in this inning. Lauerman comes set. 3-2, and it's a walk. After the home run, we had to pop that to the catcher, and it has gone walk, single, hit by pitch, RBI single, E6 walk. And the Buffaloes continue to bang, bang, shoot themselves in the foot, and Connor Barnett is lurking on deck. Still only 1 down, bases loaded. Everyone in on the infield turf. And a 5-4 Coweta lead. Buffaloes need a double play ball. Jackson Plyler up at the plate. The first pitch, curveball, line drive left field, straight to Aiden Shumway, who jumps and makes the catch. Runner will tag. Shumway will fire it over to third as it's cut off by Luss now, but it's a 5-run top of the 5th inning, matching it to make it 6-4. A sac fly by Jackson Plyler. And it is a 6-4 Coweta advantage, as Coweta is wanting to close their eyes in on a third-place finish. Connor Barnett, he got the scoring started here. The first of 4 hits in this inning was a solo no-doubter over the left center field wall. First pitch, curveball misses low outside, ball 1. Runners at first and second with 2 down. When the Buffaloes come back up, they'll have the 5, 6, 7 hole batters up against Braxton Barnes. Who now is in line for the win. Top of the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. Line drive left field straight to Shumway, who makes the catch for out number 3. It was a scorcher to Shumway, but thankfully for the McAlester Buffaloes, he was right there. But the Tigers bat around, and they score 5 runs in the top of the 5th to take a 6-4 lead on McAlester in this battle for third place. On the other side of the district standings, Collinsville is leading Pryor 6-3. We'll have more to talk about when we come up in the bottom of the 5th inning. McAlester looking for some more runs here on KNED.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Well, the Coweta Tigers said, hold my Gatorade. 5 runs in the top of the 5th inning, and they take a 6-4 lead over the McAlester Buffaloes. Buffaloes need to start another rally. They're down to their final 9 outs now, and you're looking at Spencer Stinchcomb to try to do it. Here's the first pitch from Barnett to Stinchcomb, and he's first pitch swinging, but fouls it off for strike 1. McAlester has still out-hit the Tigers, despite the 6-4 disadvantage right now, 7-5. And in fact, they're out-hitting the Tigers in the series 15 to 9, actually. So here's a outside pitch that misses for ball 1. Take that back, that is a 15 to 10. So that McAlester has 5 more hits than the Tigers do on the series, but yet they have been outscored by 4 runs. 1-1 to Stinchcomb. Ground ball softly hit, coming in on his haul, makes the play, throws over to first, and slowing up before he can get back to the first base bag. There's an out called because they're going to say that Stinchcomb was out of the box. So it's not a ground out. He's called out because he was out of the box when he made contact, is what they're saying.
Now batting for the Buffaloes, number 10, Ethan Watkins.
Brings up Ethan Watkins. Watkins is over 2 with 2 backwards Ks. Shows bunt, pulls back as the fastball misses low for ball 1. Buffaloes down 6-4. Barnett. I was starting to mention this before we had the fly out to end the inning as Watkins shows bunt, gets it down the first base line, but then it bounces foul. And the count is even now 1 ball and 1 strike. But Barnes' last appearance, again, before this one, was against the Shawnee Wolves last Thursday. Very good. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, struck out 3. Buffaloes are trying to, or Caden Luss now for sure is in the dugout trying to get his team up and loud, trying to get the fans into it too. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Braxton Barnes looking for the K. The windup. The 1-2, and he gets it. Watkins kind of just flung the bat, couldn't make contact, and that'll be out number 2. Brings up Jackson Lauerman. Lauerman is 0-2. He is struck out swinging and flown out to center field. Nobody on base for McAlester, down 6-4 after the big inning by the Coweta Tigers in the top of the 5th. And the the Collinsville Cardinals, they're looking like they're closing in on maybe running away with it from the prior Tigers. First pitch into Lauerman is catching the lower outside corner, strike 1. They got a really big inning ahead of themselves. They have runners at first and second with nobody out, leading 6-3. 0-1. Pops it up in the infield. This should be the end of the inning. At first base, making the catch will be Gay, and the Buffaloes are down in order 1-2-3. McAlester will be down to their final 6 outs, trailing 6-4. Up to the plate for the Tigers in the 6th inning will be Hunter DeHughes, Roscoe Gay, and Caden Dollar here on KE.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Beginning the top of the sixth inning, McAlester is trailing 6-4. It's the first pitch to Hunter DeHughes, a swung and missed for strike one. Lauerman in for his second inning of work. Tigers scored 5 runs in the top of the fifth inning to take a 6-4 lead. McAllister's down to their final 6 outs. They're going to be having the 8-9-1 batters come up here in just a little while when they get to the bottom of the sixth. Next pitch misses high to Hughes for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. As we're kind of looking around the District 5A3 right now, as you're looking at possible scenarios, as the 1-1, we fouled off the ankle of Ross, or excuse me, that's DeHughes for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was looking at the Grove Ridge Runners game, and this is important for the team that loses this game. The Grove Ridge Runners lost to the Claremore Zebras today 7-0, and unless we have just a catastrophic for Booker T. Washington loss to Nathan Hale, who hadn't won a game in district play yet this year, Booker T is going to jump Grove for the 4th spot in 5A3. Is this one on a 1-2 pitch, hits Hunter DeHughes, and we have yet another free pass. That is the 10th of the day for the Buffaloes. The Coweta Tigers have allowed only 3. And again, Coweta's played a very clean game. No errors today by the Tigers. McAlester has had 3. McAlester 5 errors to 1 in the series. Runner at first brings up Roscoe Gay, who is 0 for 1. He has reached on an error and walked twice as the next pitch gets behind the catcher, Braden Phillips, on a pitch outside. Doesn't need to bunt. That will allow the runner to take second base. So runner at second with nobody out. 1-0 is the count on Gay. But looks like now, as it stands, if Collinsville closes it out, as I'll have an update for you in a second. The 1-0 just sails to the backstop. Runner tries taking third. Phillips doesn't get it and fire it. So they go from first to third on 2 pitches. A wild pitch and then that was a pass ball and then a wild pitch. Count is 2-0. The pitch. So it's popped up the chute. We'll see if it's catchable for Phillips. He waits and makes the catch in foul territory for out number 1. That's the second time, the third time for Braden Phillips in this series. He's been able to make some nice catches on pop-ups in foul territory. That brings up Caden Dollar, who is 1 for 3. Singled in his last at-bat. It struck out twice. Buffaloes need to keep that runner at third. Score is right now 6-4, Coweta leading. But if Collinsville can hold on to take the win, then that means that whoever wins this game between McAlester and Coweta, here's the first pitch to Dollar, and misses outside, ball 1. Whoever wins this game between McAlester and Coweta would go to the Pryor Regional if Collinsville holds on and be part of the Pryor Will Rogers Dell City Regional. Whoever loses this game will go to Collinsville. The 1-0 misses low for ball 2. If Collinsville holds on and be part of a Booker T. Washington Memorial, if Memorial goes, they had to forfeit some games so far this year. And McAlester or Coweta, whoever loses this game. McAllister's got to come back, though, to get to that conversation in the first place. The count's now 3-0 on 3 straight balls to Caden Dollar. On deck is, as of right now, Jackson Fankhauser, unless Sutter Winsworth came back in for him. 3-0, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Caden Dollar. That's the 11th free pass today by the Buffaloes. It's just not going to get it done. Puts the infielders in on the infield turf. Sutter Winsworth does check back in for Fankhauser. Yeah, Collinsville looks like they're going to run away with it. They are now leading 8-3. Bottom of the 6th inning, Pryor's got to score a bunch of runs in the top of the 7th to try to keep that game alive. Runners at the corners with one down for Winsworth, who's 0 for 2. First pitch, showed bunt, makes contact as you might have heard, but fouls it to the backstop for strike one. Winsworth is struck out looking, and then he's flown out to the first baseman in foul territory. Winsworth tried getting a bunt down in yesterday's game, but he popped it up to the catcher, Braden Phillips. This will be the 3rd or 4th time that we've seen the Tigers try to lay down a bunt to get a runner in from third. Haven't been successful yet so far, but with the luck they had in the last inning, they're going to try to test it, and they can't get the bunt down again. This one's going to be fouled back into Braden Phillips for strike 2. Dollar was taken off for second. The count's at 0-2. Phillips popped up like he was going to try to get the runner out over at second base. Because here's the thing, even with the runner at third kind of going down the line a little bit, if he doesn't make contact with that bunt, Phillips can grab it, and he's got kind of his choice, but I think you would throw it over to third to try to get the runner who is creeping off the bag. Count at 0-2, McAlester needing the strikeout. The pitch. Swing and a miss, there it is. Got Sutter Winsworth with the K, and that'll be out number 2. But it brings up Landon Fisher, and he has just been a thorn in the Buffaloes' side here in this series. Fisher is 3 for 4 in the series with 2 RBIs, including a big RBI single back in his last at-bat. 6-4, McAlester is down by 2 down, runners at the corners. First pitch to Fisher. Big cut, comes up empty, strike 1. Lauerman's trying to start to get himself into a groove. So we head to the top of the 7th. In Collinsville, the Cardinals lead the Pryor Tigers 8-3 heading to the 7th. Count 0-1. The pitch. Fastball misses high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, I considered this game, even though it's not a playoff game, I mean, this is pretty much your first playoff game of the year. Trying to get the 3 spot. Trying to make your regional tournament more favorable. The 1-1. High fly ball. Left center field. Running back on it still is Shumway. Keeps carrying, and it's going to land off the warning track, and it's going to score at least 1 run. They'll hold up Dollar at third base. And still, Landon Fisher, have yourself a series. An RBI double makes it 7-4, and now it's the Coweta Tigers starting to pull away from the McAlester Buffaloes, scoring 6 out of their 7 runs in the last 2 innings. Really, in their last 4 outs. And there's the gong. Coweta's got all the momentum in the world right now, and it's up to the Buffaloes to try to change it. Runners at second and third with 2 down to bring up Trace Hall. Hall is 0 for 3, but he's hit the ball hard twice. He's gone up the middle of the field or towards the shortstop position all 3 times. First pitch. Misses low and outside for ball 1. Tigers, after that RBI double, have nearly caught up to McAlester in the hit column. McAlester still leading in the hit column 7-6. The 1-0. Ground ball. Weakly hit to the second baseman Stinchcomb. Fields flips to first in time for out number 3. McAlester has some work to do. Down 7-4, down to their final 6 outs. They'll bring up to the plate Gunnar Hodgel, Jordan Clark, and Aiden Shumway when we return in the bottom of the 6th here on K.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South Georgia Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on
Hi,
Facebook.
my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Number 11, Gunnar Hodgel.
Joining us in the middle of an at-bat, the McAlester Buffaloes are down 7-4 to the Coweta Tigers, bottom of the 6th inning, and this winner takes all for third place in 5A4. First pitch to Gunnar Hodgel missed way up and way outside. Buffaloes comeback really needs to start now. The 1-0 pitch, line drive, center field, straight to the center fielder Plyler. Well contact by Gunnar Hodgel, but right to Plyler for out number 1. And it brings up Jordan Clark. Clark is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging and walked.
Number 5, Jordan Clark.
Keeping up with the game over in Collinsville. Pryor's down to their final 3 outs, down 8-3 to Collinsville, but they have a runner at first to lead off the top of the 7th. First pitch to Clark. Goes sidearm, off speed, and out in front of it was Clark for strike 1. Not a lot of times you see a lefty that can go sidearm too, especially in Oklahoma high school baseball, but that is what Braxton Barnes brings to the table for the Tigers. Here's the 0-1. Goes back to the sidearm, missed low and outside for ball 1. Maybe I'm just not catching it all the way. I don't know if, I think Barnes hasn't been going sidearm the entire time, but I could be completely wrong. Here's the windup in the 1-1. No, that one's a little bit more over the top, maybe 3/4, as this one swung on and missed for strike 2. Buffaloes have got a battle here. Down 7-4. Bottom of the 6th, 1 down, nobody on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and it runs in on Clark, but misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Since Barnes has come up, it has been 5 up and 5 down. He's been stellar. The 2-2 from the southpaw goes back to sidearm, misses low. Clark thought about it. I was about to say, there's no way he went around on that one. Count is full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Misses low, and that'll be another walk here to Jordan Clark. The only walks issued to the Buffaloes in this series have been to Mr. Jordan Clark. He's drawn 2 of them. And it brings up Aiden Shumway.
Now batting number 21, Aiden Shumway.
Again, the Tigers were able to start a big-time rally with only 1 down. Back in the top of the 5th, Buffalo's looking for something similar, and Jordan Clark is picked off. He's in a rundown right now. They'll flip it back over to Clark. Clark is going to be tagged out between the base paths, and that just cannot happen. And that'll be out number 2. When you have yourself down by 3, that was a good move by Barnes, and he ends up getting that runner right off at the base paths. And that brings up Aiden Shumway, who's already up at the plate. Shumway is 2 for 3. He's singled twice and struck out looking. Wind up from Barnes in the first pitch. Fouls this one straight back for strike 1. Buffaloes have come back from similar deficits before. I don't think any of the teams that they came back against with a similar deficit are as good as the Coweta Tigers. 0-1, sidearm, missing outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Meanwhile, the Pryor Tigers trying to put together a comeback of their own. They have runners at the corners with nobody out in the top of the 7th. Trailing by 5, but trying to finish up the game, or trying to come back in that one. So here's a swing and a miss on a pitch that was low outside for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shumway, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Shaking him off is Barnes. Wind up in the 1-2 pitch. Fastball missing the knees. That'll be ball 2. Very good pitch. Count even at 2-2. And the pitch from Barnes. Goes with the sidearm, misses low inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Caden Less now on deck. He's done great today. He's gone 2 for 2 with an RBI triple and an RBI single. Wind up in the payoff from Barnes. Line drive, left field. Going towards it is Winsworth, makes the catch. And the Buffaloes, if they want to win this game, they've got to walk it off. Down 7-4 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front-end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
It's been a tale of 2 halves game as the McAlester Buffaloes took a 4-1 lead going into the top of the 5th inning, in which the Tigers only had 1 hit in their first 4 innings. Then the Tigers exploded out of the gate in the 5th. Started off with a solo home run by Connor Barnett, who was in the hole in the top of the 7th. The Tigers continued to score 5 more runs in the game, including 4 more in that inning, to take a 7-4 advantage over the McAlester Buffaloes. First pitch to Taylor misses for ball 1. Lauberman really wanted it. He takes a strut around the mound and comes back to the rubber. Taylor is 0 for 3 so far, and with a walk as he lines this one over to the right side, make that 1 for 4 as he has a leadoff single for the Tigers, as Coweta can see third place in the crosshairs.
To the plate for Coweta, number 1, Jackson.
Brings up Jackson Plyler. Plyler, he is 0 for 3 with an RBI sac fly in his last at bat. Pickoff over to first is not in time. And since that 5th inning, McAlester has not been able to get any of the momentum back. It has been like a roller coaster, and Tigers have ridden the high since then. First pitch is swung on and missed to Plyler up high for strike 1. Runner at first, nobody out. Buffaloes trail 7-4. And the 0-1. Fly ball out of play as we're trying to see some breaks in the clouds over on the left side, but still mainly overcast. We're going to have some rain later on tonight. Checking the Collinsville and Pryor score. Last I checked. Okay, there's still only 1 down, runners at the corners. The score is still 8-3 unless we're behind on the game. Next pitch misses high, and the count's now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Plyler. This is the 5th time through the order for the Coweta Tigers. McAlester started off their 4th in the last inning. 1-2. Curveball that misses high. Counts now 2-2. Haven't had an update here in the Collinsville Pryor game in a long time, and I feel like we've been at 1 out with runners at the corners for a long time. I wonder if there was a double play ball to end the game there. Pickoff over to first. Not in time. Reason why I say that is, well, no, there's ball 3, so they're still playing. 2-2. Misses high. Ball 3, and another 3-2 count here to the Coweta Tigers. I've lost track of how many times they've been able to get the count to full at 3-2. See if Taylor takes off with the pitch. The payoff does not. Ground ball, chance to go around the horn. Hodgel flips to second for 1, over to first, no. Just hit a little bit too softly. And it allowed the Buffaloes to get the out over at second base on the 5-4 fielder's choice, but not the out over at first. But that brings up Connor Barnett. And he has been terrific. That just, like the Adam Sandler movies, what is the Happy Madison Productions, when you hear the golfer say terrific at the beginning, that is what he has been like. And his games against McAlester. Today he's 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Pickoff over to first is not in time. And even his only out today, which was a line out over to left field, it was smoked. One down, runner at first, big lead. Lauerman fires, runner does not take off. The pitch misses. Not a bad spot again. Want to remind people, I can't really, well, if you're watching on YouTube, I have the same angle that you do. Can't really tell the inside-outside very well. Thought it was a little bit below the letters, but very well could have missed outside. 1-0 the count, and that is your ball game. Collinsville is the 5A3 district champions. They defeat the Pryor Tigers. Pickoff over to first. Had him leaning a little bit, but gets back in time. So that means that whoever wins this game goes to Pryor. Whoever loses goes to Collinsville. Pickoff over to first again. This one scoots away from Mullins. Runner's going to try to take second, and this is going to be the 4th error of the day on the Buffaloes as they throw it into the outfield, too. Make that their 5th. They'll throw it over to third. That one's airmail, but playing behind the runner at third is Jackson Lauerman to back up the throw. That's 2 errors on one play to move a runner from first to third, and the Buffaloes have their 4th and 5th errors of the game. And McAlester, it's just been rough. Their last 4 district games now, that puts them at 15 errors in their last 4 district games. The 1-0 swung on and missed for strike 1. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So if McAlester cannot complete the comeback, they're going to be going to Collinsville, and they're going to be in a regional tournament with Booker T. Washington and Memorial if Memorial does go to the regionals. Here's a fly ball, shallow center field, running in on it is Watkins, makes the catch, runner will tag. Here's the throw from Watkins. The runner stays put and waits to see where the throw is at. And Watkins firing it back in, keeps the runner where he's at. To bring up Hunter DeHughes, who is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and been hit by a pitch. His only at bat, he flied out to the catcher in foul territory. Buffaloes want a chance to come back in this game. They got to keep that runner at third. They'll have less now Mullins and Phillips 2-3-4 up when they begin the bottom of the 7th. First pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So it very well, if McAlester loses this game and goes to Collinsville, it could very well be a 3-team regional. The 0-1. Inside corner. Man, I know that I can't see the inside-outside very well, but that one looked like it was really good. Does not get the corner, and the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count to the righty, Hunter DeHughes. The pitch. Outside corner, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike, runner at third. They got to keep that runner at third base. Big pitch, the 1-2. Ground ball, third base side. On a hop, Hodgel grabs it, fires across the diamond, and what a scoop by Gannon Mullins. Keeps the run from scoring. There's a long throw from Hodgel, and with a little bit of help from his friend, Gannon Mullins across the diamond, they keep the score at 7-4. But the Buffaloes, they have some work to do. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, put those rally caps on, Buff fans. McAlester has gone, well, with the exception of a walk, it looks like, and it's been 9 batters, 8 straight outs, really, for Braxton Barnes. McAlester needs to put together a rally. Put those rally caps on. McAlester is trailing 7-4, heading to their final half frame of the district schedule here on K.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Buffaloes needing a rally for the ages, down to their final 3 outs, down by 3. They need, if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to walk it off. They'll have Caden Lussnow, Gannon Mullins, and Braden Phillips up. As the last time that Lussnow and Mullins are both up, they had RBI singles, but no one has had a hit on Braxton Barnes yet. The winner of this game will go to the Pryor Regional and join Will Rogers and Dell City. The loser of this game goes to Collinsville to join Booker T. Washington and Memorial in what could be a possible 3-team regional, depending if Memorial does in fact opt into the regional tournament. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. The only reason why I mention that is because Memorial has had to forfeit a couple of games this year already. We'll see as we get closer. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Barnes. Ground ball off the top of the bat, slow roller to the second baseman Taylor. Trying to book it over to first base is Lussnow, but not in time, and the Buffaloes down to their final 2 outs. Brings up Gannon Mullins, who is 2 for 3 with an RBI single on the series, or on the day, but on the series he's batted 4 for 6. He's had himself a really good 2-game series. Wind up in the pitch from Barnes. Fastball that misses high for ball 1. Mullins, he has hit 2 home runs at this very ballpark in district play, the 1-0. Misses outside for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. McAlester needs base runners. And that's kind of an obvious situation, obvious saying. The 2-0 misses outside. That'll be ball 3. Braden Phillips, who's on deck, is 0 for 1 with an RBI sac fly. He's been hit by a pitch and flown out to second. 3-0 count on Mullins. Can't think he's going to have the green light here. And he does not. Inside fastball, strike 1. Still a hitter's count for Mullins at 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Full count to Gannon Mullins at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big time pitch from Barnes. The payoff and staying alive here is Mullins. Fouls it off to the backstop. We'll do it again at 3-2. Barnes once again with the payoff. The pitch misses way high, way outside, and Mullins will take his base. Buffaloes need another one of those guys and maybe a home run. Well, I'll just speak it into existence, right? Brings up Phillips, who is 0 for 1 today. He has hit an RBI sac fly, as I mentioned just a minute ago. Been hit by a pitch and flown out to the second baseman. So the tying run is represented by the guy on deck. So I would not get too far off the first base bag. Here's the first pitch, who misses way high and outside. That'll be ball 1. McAllister's already been picked off once by Barnes. Score is 7-4. Buffs down to their final 2 outs. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Both pitches well outside to Phillips. And Hughes will go speak with Barnes. Now, the Tigers have more. I think they have more guys they can still go to. Again, I don't know their pitch count situation or anything, but I do know that Landon Fisher in right field has started a lot of district games. Yeah, he could be a possible move if Barnes finds himself in trouble, which to this point still hasn't allowed a hit today. 2 walks, but no hits from Barnes. 2-0 the count on Braden Phillips. The pitch. This one they'll say clips the lower outside part of the zone for strike 1. 2-1 the count now to Braden Phillips. Third baseman Barnett is close to the third base bag. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pops it up. Shallow right field. Could be a tough play. Calling it off as Fisher, the right fielder, makes the catch. Comes back over to first. And back in time is Mullins, and the Buffaloes down to their final out. And it brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. Now, Watkins is having a rough game so far. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's on deck. But he is someone that can hit the ball hard. And if in any given moment, Watkins is someone that can change the dynamic of the game with the snap of his fingers. As the first pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. But it's up to Stinchcomb to get on base here for McAlester. Not trying to do too much, just trying to get 90. 2 down, runner at first. Buffaloes down to their final out in the district schedule. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, this should do it. First base side, second baseman calls him off. That's the catch by Taylor, and that's the game. The McAlester Buffaloes fall 7-4 to the Coweta Tigers, and they will be going to Collinsville to take on Booker T. Washington and also Memorial and the regional tournament. 7-4 is the final score. We'll talk about it when we come back. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Fenton Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at
Angel's Diner
FentonNissan.com.
Steakhouse and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub, 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Well, the district season for the McAlester Buffaloes comes to, I'd speak for the Buffalo team here, a disappointing end. But all credit to the Coweta Tigers. They did what they needed to do. They knew that they had their backs against the wall in day one of this series between McAlester and Coweta. They knew they had to win 2, and what did they do? They went out and won 2. They won 4-2 yesterday, and then they won 7-4 today for the final score. McAlester drops to 18-13 on the year, and they finished the district season with a 9-5 record, and they finished 4th place in District 5A4. The Coweta Tigers improved to 25-8 on the year, and they improved to 10-4 in district play, which is good for 3rd place in the district. Coweta will be going to Pryor. They will be having a regional tournament with Will Rogers in Del City. McAlester will be traveling to Collinsville, which, as it is set up, will be taking on the Cardinals, the Booker T. Washington Hornets, and the Memorial Chargers. Those are going to be the 4 teams scheduled to be in that district or that regional. That is already set in stone. Again, the only thing that I can think of, because I haven't seen a Booker T. Washington final with Nathan Hale, but I'm going to assume that Booker T. beat Nathan Hale. Nathan Hale hadn't had a win in the district schedule yet. So I don't think the Hornets lost that game to the Rangers, but so that would mean that they would jump Grove, as Grove lost today 7-0 to Claremore, which means that Booker T would jump Grove for that 4 spot, or 5 spot. No 4 spot. What am I thinking? Hold on, give me a second here as I look at this. I might have looked at that all wrong. My goodness. I had all this stuff written out, and that's what I might have messed up on. So let me go back to the OSA rankings real quick. McAllister's going to take on the 5th team in that district, which let me make sure I didn't mess that up. I had it all written out, and I completely think I got it wrong. The one thing I think I messed up on. Give me 1 second as I get back to the OSA rankings website. Okay, it looks like McAlester, as they finished 4th, they'll take on the 5th. I was mixing it up here. So they actually will take on Grove. So I take that back. It'll be Collinsville, Grove, and Memorial. No one said anything to me for 7 innings. I thought I had it right. McAlester is going to be taking on Grove and Memorial along with Collinsville in the regional tournament over in Collinsville, because Booker T should jump Grove for the 4th spot. So that means McAlester, who is the 4th, will take on the 5th, which would be Grove, as they got jumped today. And so we kind of have some rematches of the 2022 regional tournament when that was over in Grove. So I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry about that, everybody. But, yeah, it's Collinsville, McAlester, Grove, and Memorial as it is right now. So, all right. Man, I was all kinds of off there. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's look at our post-game stats, and we'll have some post-game analysis after this. Post-game stats brought to you by Big V Feed Center at McAlester. See Big V Feed Center at McAlester, Hatco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding program needs. Starting off with the winning team, the Coweta Tigers, who again are 25-8 now in the year and finished the season 3rd in 5A4. Connor Taylor went 1 for 4 with a single and also a walk. He struck out twice in his first 2 at-bats, but again ended up having a pretty good day. Jackson Plyler, he went 0 for 4 with an RBI sac fly. You also had up at the plate, Connor Barnett had a good day. Even though he went only 1 for 3, he did have a home run for one of his RBIs, his only RBI, but hit the ball hard each time. Hunter DeHughes, he went 0 for 2 with 2 walks, a hit by pitch. He also flew out to the catcher and grounded out to third. Roscoe Gay went 0 for 2 with 2 walks and then reached on an error and also popped out to the catcher. Caden Dollar went 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, a single, and a walk. Sutter Winsworth went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout to first. Jackson Fankhauser came in for him and was hit by a pitch. Landon Fisher he had a great day, 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, having an RBI double and then an RBI single that at the time, when he had the single, pulled the Tigers within 1. Trace Hall went 0 for 4 but hit the ball hard pretty much each time. The Tigers had 6 hits, but once again they were out hit by McAlester, 7-6. McAlester had 4 more hits in the series, but were down in the game, down in the series by 5 runs. There were 7 strikeouts between Alex Crawford and Braxton Barnes. Barnes does get the win for the Coweta Tigers, I believe, and also 5 free passes given up by the Coweta Tigers pitching staff. I believe it was 2 hit by pitches and 3 walks. No errors for the Coweta Tigers. McAlester, they had 7 hits today. This is what it looked like 1 through 9. Aiden Shumway went 2 for 4. Caden Lussnow 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Gandon Mullins went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Braden Phillips 0 for 2 with an RBI sac fly. Spencer Stinchcomb 1 for 4. Ethan Watkins 0 for 3. Jackson Lauerman 0 for 3. Gunnar Hodgel 0 for 3. Jordan Clark 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Again, Buffalo 7 hits, 5 strikeouts for between Gandon Mullins and Jackson Lauerman, but 11 free passes given up today by the McAlester Buffaloes, just 6 more than the Coweta Tigers. But this was a bigger problem for McAlester today. I'd say they were pretty equal for free passes and errors. McAlester had 4 errors today. Scoreboard showed 5. Again, I might be missing one here, but I counted them up back through my score sheet, and I had 4. But I could be missing one. But Buffaloes just did not play a clean game. Coweta did. Coweta had 1 error in 2 games, and that's been kind of the trend in the last 2 district series. I think that when it came to the Sepulpa Chieftains, Sepulpa played 2 really good games. I'm not going to discredit the Chieftains' wins there, but I'm also going to say that McAlester gave them a lot of opportunities when they didn't need to. McAlester had 8 errors in those 2 games, and then in the 2 games against Coweta had 6. So you're looking at 14 errors, and if I'm doing my math right, 14 errors in 4 games, and that's just not a winning formula. You can't have 11 free passes, and especially in this winner-take-all, you would like the 3rd place spot in the district. You can't really have that happen, but McAlester, they just didn't end the district schedule right, and if you're looking at the last 7 games, McAlester is hitting a rough patch at the worst part of the season right now. The thing that you need to look at is hopefully McAlester can get it right before it truly matters the most when you get towards May, because after a solid start to the season, McAlester is 1-6 in their last 7 games. They're 4-9 in their last 13. So McAllister's got to figure it out because they are in a rut right now, and the only way that they can get out of it is just by working out of it themselves, really. You're getting to the part of the season, and I think that any team that you take, they're not going to feel bad for you. They're going to try to pour it on you. So they got to get it figured out by the time that they go to Collinsville, because Collinsville's a pretty good team. Just like that, how they needed to sweep the Pryor Tigers to be able to take 5A3. Coweta swept McAlester to be able to take the 3rd spot in 5A4. So McAlester will be taking on the Cardinals. Also Grove. I don't know what I was saying for the first 7 innings. Again, I thought it had it for sure figured out, but no, Grove will be in McAllister's regional and Memorial as it stands right now too. So that's what it looks like right now. Don't really have much else to say. McAllister's going to try to bounce back from this. We do have some rain in the forecast. Since McAllister is not going to be going to the Pryor regional, if weather permitting, I think we still should have that Pryor game on Thursday as long as the weather stays still. But again, we do have some rain in the forecast for later on this week and also this weekend. We also have on the schedule Oakdaha on Friday at home, and then on the schedule as of right now, we have us traveling to Muskogee on Monday. I believe Friday is, as scheduled, I keep on saying that weather permitting, the senior night for the McAlester Buffaloes. So we'll see if that ends up happening or if it gets moved due to rain, but hopefully we get to play it. But Yeah, there's really not much more to say. The Buffaloes dropped to 18-13 on the year, trying to bounce back before they're playing with their backs against the wall. Because once you get to the regional tournament, pretty much you're playing with your backs against the wall. You're allotted one loss in the regional tournament, but it's a winner take all to try to get to the state tournament. And Collinsville is notoriously good at their field. They're really good at their field, and they've been notoriously good in regional tournament play over the last however many years. So, and to put it into further perspective, Collinsville's only lost 4 times this season. So you're gonna have to beat a team twice who's only lost 4 times this season to try to get to the state tournament. Do I think McAlester can do it? Yes, but they have to be able to play better than they have in the last 2 district series. And for the most part, the stretch against the top half of 5A4, they just have to play better. And if they don't, Collinsville's gonna more than likely take that regional and get to the state tournament. So not a lot of time to be able to bounce back. That'll be coming up next week, so we'll see if McAlester can figure it out and get on the right track. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, the Bank and A, OK Tire and Auto, Fenton Nissan, Angels Diner, T&W Tire, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Reagan Auto. We'd like to thank our board operator back at the K&D Studios, Mr. Wyatt Hubbard, as well as Austin Weed on the camera this afternoon. And thank you to the listener for spending your Tuesday afternoon with us as well. One final time for Mike Deekfield in McAlester, Oklahoma. It was the Coweta Tigers 7 and your McAlester Buffaloes 4. Until, as of right now, Thursday, when McAlester will host the Pryor Tigers, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great